Welcome everyone to the Spring 2022 Phi Theta Kappa Xi Sigma Chapter induction ceremony. And I'm thankful that you all are here tonight. I am Rhonda Creech and I am the advisor. This is my first year as advisor at Phi Theta Kappa. And so I have learned a lot this year. We, due to COVID, have not been able to have an induction since 2019. So we're trying to get it started back. And by the end of the ceremony, you're going to understand more about what Phi Theta Kappa is about. So I won't steal their thunder. They're going to explain all that to you. In the short of it, most everyone that has had students in high school have heard of Beta Club and National Honor Society. So the short of it is Phi Theta Kappa Xi Sigma Chapter is our community college's National Honor Society. It's the best of our college students with the highest grade point averages, and we're here to honor these students and congratulate them on their success. So having said that, I am going to, unfortunately, Dr. Vic Adams could not be here tonight. This is going to be recorded, it's live streamed, and it's going to be on Facebook, Southeast Twitter, and Southeast YouTube live stream. And also they're going to record it and it'll be played on Southeast TV. So during the recording, Dr. Adams has kindly given a speech by video, and you can watch his speech on that recording. At this time, I would like to turn it over to Dr. Kevin Lambert, the Dean of Academic Affairs. And
Thank you. Welcome, students, family, and friends, to the 2022 induction ceremony for Phi Theta Kappa. Southeast Kentucky Community and Technical College is proud to recognize these students for their exceptional academic achievements. Congratulations to each inductee on this accomplishment. It is well deserved. It is my pleasure to introduce tonight's guest speaker, and Dan Mosley, a native Harlan County Kentuckian, has lived in the heart of Central Appalachia his entire life. Growing up in the southeastern Kentucky community of Ross Point, Dan learned the importance of hard work at an early age, being that his dad was a coal mine electrician and his mom was a grocery store cashier. Dan graduated high school in 2000 and went on to the local community college to begin his higher education. He worked as a radio show host and a tobacco store clerk while in college before graduating with an Associate of Arts degree from Southeast Kentucky Community and Technical College. Dan has also served as president of the Kentucky County Judge Executive Association, president of the Kentucky Council of Area Development Districts, chairman of the Kentucky Coal and Mineral County Coalition, chairman of the Cumberland Valley Area Development District, president of the Harlan County Chamber of Commerce, board member of Shaping Our Appalachian Region, coordinator of the local county festival for 16 years, and serves as a board member for the Harlan County Boys and Girls Club. He and his wife Stephanie have been married for 16 years and have 3 children, Blake, JoJo, and Sebastian. So it is my great pleasure again to introduce Harlan County Judge Executive Dan Mosley.
I have to say, Dan was one of my former students. He was one of my best statistics students. And I'm saying that if what we have seen him do, it's possible for all of you to do that and more.
Well, thank you for the invitation to be here tonight to speak. I know this was, it's truly an honor and a privilege to be invited to speak to you all. And I know this was kind of supposed to start or go back in December. I think we were scheduled to be here, and then COVID went crazy again, and so here we are tonight, and I'm proud to be with you. Thank you all for being here to support these students. Every student is important that someone is in their life that shows up for them. I always say 80% of life is showing up. No matter what you do, 80% in life is showing up and being there. You're to be commended and congratulated for your work and your dedication to get you to this point in your lives. The outstanding faculty and staff at schools that you've attended prior to Southeast have poured a lot into you. They've prepared you well for your next step in life. You can truly accomplish whatever you set out to accomplish. Always remember, had it not been for those teachers, coaches, principal, cafeteria workers, janitors, youth service center coordinators, secretaries, and professors right here at Southeast, you wouldn't be sitting here tonight. Those people have invested into you a lot of equity, and I think we owe those folks a big hand who put so much into you all as well. I know it's been a tough couple of years for all of you, and really all of us. I'm sorry you've had to experience in your young lives, and all of us, a global pandemic that seems to only invade our world every 100 years. We've learned a lot these last 2 years. We've learned how to adapt. We've learned that some circumstances make us have to learn to do things different. We've learned that we have to do things different whether we want to or not. I believe the last 2 years has taught us all not to take things for granted, to love our neighbor, to be compassionate to others, and to be grateful for things in life that we come to expect in our daily routine that were abruptly not available to us at some point over the last 2 years. Even though the last couple of years has not been ideal, your lives are really just getting started. You're much more mature, much more aware, much more in tune with what is going on around you. You're starting to think about what's next in life, whether you're new to college or whether you've come back as a non-traditional student. You're starting to think about what goes on after this. Is it I'm transitioning into the workforce? I'm going on to get a bachelor's degree. Then I'm going to grad school or to get a master's. Whatever it is that you're going to do, it's great if you already have that figured out, and it's okay if you still don't have that figured out. There's still plenty of time to do that. Tonight, I would challenge you to make decisions that will give you a shot at a productive future. You've made decisions to this point to get you to where you're sitting at tonight. But the decisions you make from here on will dictate what you do in your future. I always think about what I need to say to kind of encapsulate things and kind of a top 5 thing anytime that I address students or young people in our community or people that are graduating. And you know, there's a lot of things that I always like to say, but there's never things that would stick. If I talked about 30 different things, you wouldn't remember maybe 2 or 3 of them anyway. So I always try to condense it to what I think the most top 5 things have always kind of guided me and kept things in perspective for me. So I try to narrow that down to 5 key points. Number 1, I would say, put God first in your life. He truly is with us every day, and He's watching over you even when you may feel alone. Number 2, surround yourself with as many positive people and positive influences that you can. Family, friends, church, community. Be committed to encouraging those around you, and that will lift you up also. Number 3, don't put yourself in bad situations. You and you alone can control certain aspects of your life. Choose to be drug-free, choose to be focused, choose to say no when you need to say no. Robert Frost once wrote, "Accept no one's definition of your life. Define yourself." Number 4, this is always the one that I think, well, all these are important, but this one is really important in today's day and age. Be careful what you post on social media. Some employers actually do social media checks now of prospective employees. You wouldn't want to not be able to get a job someday because of something a bit silly that you posted on social media in college. Number 5, don't be afraid to ask for help. Nobody has a perfect life. That does not exist. We may see people on TV or magazines or on the internet, which we think their lives are just ideal, perfect in every way, just sensational, but nobody has a perfect life. Life's not easy for anyone. Sometimes you don't see the challenges on the outside, but everyone has challenges. If you have something you need help with, reach out to somebody. If you're struggling in class, tell a professor. They will make sure you get the extra help. If you're having issues outside of school that's preventing you from getting the education that you deserve, let someone know. This is absolutely one of the most important things and the most important times of your life. And if you need help, you need to say something about it. To have the chance to achieve what you want to achieve moving forward in your life, you have to stay in school. And I tell this to kids that are very young, kindergarten. I always enjoy going out to the schools and especially talking to the kids in junior high and early high school. And I talk about the importance of staying in school because the difference in what you will make in life from an income perspective varies on what type of degree you have. And it's statistically proven that people with a bachelor's degree make more than people with an associate's degree. People with an associate's degree make more than people with a high school diploma. People with a high school diploma make more than people that don't have any type of either diploma or GED. If you have a master's, you're likely to make more than those that have a bachelor's. So the higher education you obtain, the more likely it is that you're going to be able to achieve more in life and meet your goals. So stay in school if you can. Another thing I was going to share with you, I talked about going out to the schools. Everybody wants to live the American dream. Every person. We may not think about that when we're so much younger. I see a young lady sitting up here in the third row. She doesn't know what the American dream is all about yet. You all do. And you have to set yourself up for success and make the investments in yourself to be able to live the American dream. And if you keep on the path you're going here tonight, you're going to do that. So to recap, number one, put God first in your life. Number two, surround yourself with as many positive people and positive influences that you can. Number three, don't put yourself in bad situations. Number four, be careful what you post on social media. And number five, don't be afraid to ask for help. I'm very proud of each and every one of you. Some of you I know, some of you I have seen before. Some of you, this may be the first time I've ever seen you or you've ever seen me or have ever heard my name. I'm proud of what you've accomplished so far, and you should be too. Be involved in your community. Volunteer with local nonprofit groups. Offer to help at Christ's Hands, the Boys and Girls Club, the Animal Shelter. Go volunteer to read a book to a class. I talked about Dr. Seuss Day. I really enjoyed Dr. Seuss Week. It's one of my favorite weeks of the year to go out and read to the kids. I went out there to one school here, it's been a couple of years ago now, and I always tell the kids the importance of reading, because no matter what we do in life, you have to be able to read. You have to be able to succeed in anything you do career-wise. That's the most important subject a student in K through 12 can learn, is to read. Well, I was explaining that, and I'm holding this book, and I'm getting ready to start reading, and this young man raised his hand. It's like the third grade, sitting on the front row, over in the far corner, and I'm thinking, what's he going to ask me? I just talked about the importance of reading, and he's going to know how many, books I've read or whatever. Raised his hand. I said, yes, sir, you have a question? He said, can we just read the book? Yes, we can. He was tired of hearing me talk. They're very honest at that age, right? But be involved in your community. Find ways to be involved, whether it's going to read a book or it's helping coach a sports team or an academic team. Seek an internship at a city hall or at the courthouse. Find someone you can help mentor. We have a lot of kids in our community that can really use someone that's positive in their lives. Kentucky leads the nation with children who have an incarcerated parent. And second place isn't even close. Think about that. Leads the nation with children with an incarcerated parent. Find a student to mentor. You all are young student leaders. You've had success or you wouldn't be here tonight. Help someone else achieve that same success that you're having. Be proud of where you're from. We've had our struggles here, but this is a great place to live. We have a low crime rate as it compares to the big cities. We live in beautiful mountains. Our people have faith and an abundance of rich talents, whether that's musical talents or crafting or artistic talent. We also have a work ethic that's second to none. People are moving here from bigger cities, buying houses off Zillow, sight unseen, because they want what we have. Good quality life, where there isn't civil unrest, and you don't have to get on a subway with 1 million other people a day. Don't ever be afraid of work. Work will allow your dreams to come true. Give it your all, truly dare to be all that you can be. Whatever you do in life, wherever you go in life, always remember where home is. I realize some of you will stay here and some of you will go on and do other things in other places, but home will always be in your heart. Love one another, be thankful for what you have. Be helpful to those who need a hand up. Celebrate your successes, but be humble about it. And never pass up an opportunity to just smile and say or do something that will make someone else's day just a little bit better. I'll leave you with this tonight. Always remember that you're braver than you believe, you're stronger than you seem, and you're smarter than you think, and loved more than you know. It's great to be back on this campus, a place that will always be a special place in my heart, having gone to school here for a couple of years, to get my associates a couple of decades ago now. It's hard to believe it's been that long, but thank you for allowing me to be a part of this special evening, and may God bless each and every one of you in your futures. Thank you.
So now we would like to introduce you to our president-elect, Sydney Lane, and she's going to tell you the mission of Phi Theta Kappa.
To fulfill our mission, we focus on recognizing and encouraging academic achievements of two-year college students while providing opportunities for individual growth and development through participation in honors, leadership, service, and fellowship programming.
Next, we have Malcolm Bailey, and he is our vice president-elect.
I'll do it. Honored President and fellow Phi Theta Kappa members, I am pleased to present to you these candidates for membership in our Honor Society. These students have fulfilled all requirements for membership and have been selected because they have chosen scholarship, leadership, service, and fellowship as their hallmarks. I recommend them for acceptance into the Psi Sigma chapter of the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society.
Sydney, I want to explain something to you. Because of COVID and because our elected folk are not here anymore, and so we're kind of doing this in a little bit different order, but these elects will be inducted as well, and then they will be installed as the official officers. So, Sydney?
You are about to be inducted into a scholarly fellowship which embraces community college not only of your own state, but of the nation and the world. This fellowship is Phi Theta Kappa, and your chapter is Xi Sigma. After induction, you will find among the members an atmosphere of scholarship to which you must give of yourself in order that the organization may be meaningful to you.
Malcolm?
I have in my hand a torch, symbolic of knowledge, which is the servant of wisdom, which dwells with prudence and leads in the way of righteousness in the midst of the paths of judgment.
Next, we have Jasmine Fields, and she is our secretary-elect.
white robes signifying purity and beauty of life, with his white robes of signifying intellectual associations.
Malcolm?
He is going to be referring to this symbol that's on the tablecloth.
This is the emblem of Phi Theta Kappa. It consists of a golden slab keyed at the top and bottom. The golden field, like the escutcheon of our coat of arms, refers to the golden opportunities that abound on every hand for society folk to evidence their culture and perform good works. Since gold is the most noble of metals, it shall have a further significance to our society, for it shall represent the nobility attained by those who achieve intellectual leadership.
Sydney?
There's more.
Sorry about that. Across the slab, you will observe a black band. It represents the three ideals which bind us together, and the cultural self-control, which is the necessary foundation for true wisdom, aspiration, and purity.
You got to keep going.
Shining through the black enamel background are the three Greek letters, which are the initials of the Greek words meaning wisdom, aspiration, and purity. Behind the band is a wreath, on the one side composed of oak leaves, and on the other, laurel. The oak leaves stand for stability and strength of character, as symbolized by the sturdy oak. The graceful, curling leaves of the laurel signify achievement and success, all attributes for members in our society. Above the band is the representation of the head of Athena, a symbol of learning. In the base appear the Greek letters meaning light, the light of knowledge and learning, the common ideal for members of Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. The badge stands as a symbol for the high idealism of our organization membership and our select group.
You have studied the constitution of this organization, the purpose of which is to foster a spirit of devotion to study and to scholarly ideals among its members, and whose principles are embodied in the Greek letters which stand for wisdom, aspiration, and purity.
Thank you. I want you to notice that there's several empty seats behind these students. We have 60 members that have already joined. This is an international organization, and every one of these students joined online with the national organization. And they have already received, haven't you, in the mail, the pin and the certificate. And they're really officially members already. Well, people have lives and they have jobs and kids in school and doctor's appointments. And so not all 60 could be here. But as we get ready to do this induction and I introduce the next speaker, I want you to remember that those are not invisible people back there. They're real people that have really worked hard, and hopefully they'll get to watch this, and we want to recognize them as well. And so right now we're going to go into the induction part of the ceremony, and I want to introduce you to Peggy Conklin. She is the Dean of Arts and Sciences, right? And Peggy?
Thank you, Rhonda. Congratulations to the inductees, and big congratulations to the parents. You're a big part of why they're here. Now that the standards and ideals of this organization have been fully revealed to you, you come to complete the pledge, which admits you into complete fellowship. Please stand. Repeat after me. I'll try to take it slowly. I do solemnly promise on the 15th day of March to uphold the standards of Phi Theta Kappa and to keep this object and aim in mind. And I do solemnly pledge allegiance to my fellow members and promise to aid them in all worthy endeavors. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Let's give them a hand. You may be seated. Yes, next is Dr. Joseph Johnson, Faculty Advisor on the Middlesboro campus, and we're going to begin the new member induction. Now, as we do this, the students are going to be introducing themselves, and a few of them that could not be here as we call their names, some of them did give me their information, not all of them. We're going to call all the names out. But I think we've decided that since there's 60 of them, we'll hold the applause for them to the end.
It is my pleasure to welcome you into the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society and the lively fellowship of scholars it affords. I salute you for your accomplishment. I charge you to explore always for truth and to dedicate yourselves to the cultivation of the well-reasoned life, a prelude to service and honor. You will please stand. Rhonda will call your name, and you can come introduce yourself, and then you will go across the table, sign your name in the book, and we will present you with your candles.
Okay, the first is Dustin Adams. The next is Kinsley Adams, and Kinsley's here.
Hello, my name is Kinsley Adams and I live in Letcher County, Kentucky. I'm currently studying science. After I graduate, I plan to attend a four-year college to attain my bachelor's. Ultimately, I hope to later go on to graduate school and become an oral surgeon. My family here today are my grandparents who raised me, Nova and Robert Adams. Thank you.
Very good, good. That's big. The first person is it. That's a big thing. She broke the ice. As she's signing, I'll go ahead and the next person is Noah Akers. Jennifer Asher. Malcolm Bailey.
Hello, everyone. My name is Malcolm Bailey. I'm from Letcher County. I don't have any family here tonight, but right now I'm studying. I've already got my associate's in science degree, but taking some extra prerequisite classes related to my bachelor's, and I'm working on my associate's in arts, and I hope to have that finished up this semester. But after that, I do plan to transfer to a four-year institution and probably get a bachelor's in mathematics or applied mathematics, and then professionally, I do want to go on to medical school and eventually practice medicine, probably and come back here in a rural area. But that's about it. And thank you guys. And
Thank you. Good job. Good job. I had Malcolm in class, and I believe that he'll achieve all that he just said. The next person, Abigail Baker. And then I had Hannah Baker, I believe, and I've turned it over here. Hang on just a second. Yes, Hannah turned in hers. Her name is Hannah Rose Baker, and she lives in Isom, Kentucky. And her major, she wants to get an associate's in science and natural sciences. She plans to get her associate's in science at Southeast, a bachelor's in atmospheric science at Western Kentucky University to become a meteorologist. Look out, Brandon Robinson. Okay. So we have next Jackie Beatty, Rhonda Beeler, and the next student is Autumn Blanton. And I want to pause for a moment about Autumn. She's not here tonight, but part of what we're doing as a chapter for service is to do a service for Autumn's family. Her dad, Scott Blanton, has suffered terribly. He is a nursing instructor here on the Cumberland Campus, has been for years, and he had COVID. And they have really struggled, I don't know, weeks now. And Autumn is a new member of the Phi Theta Kappa, and we felt like that we wanted to do something. This was already established by the college and the nursing program. The nursing program have come up with a fundraiser to help the family. And it's raffle tickets. They've got a his and hers basket. And if you would be interested at the end of the ceremony in buying a raffle ticket, you can get 3 tickets for $10 or 1 ticket for $5. And all of those proceeds will go directly to Scott Blanton's family and their expenses. You know, gas prices are up. He's in Cincinnati at a hospital in Cincinnati trying to rehabilitate. And so we would appreciate it. All of us are going to try to give, and this is a college-wide service, but as Phi Theta Kappa, we wanted to be a part and contribute as well. And so I'm glad you mentioned service. That's part of what we do. So Autumn Blanton. And Autumn is going to LMU. She'll be transferring there, I think, next semester. The next person is Bailey Boggs. And then Kayla Bowen, she sent me an email and said, "Good evening, Miss Creech. My name is Kayla Bowen. I live in Harlan, Kentucky. I'm majoring in education to become a theater teacher. After graduating Southeast, I plan on going to Western Kentucky University for my bachelor's and master's degree while also subbing at a variety of schools." So, congratulations. Madison Bowling. Madison. Mariah Browse. Mariah emailed me and said, "I live in Jenkins, Kentucky. I'm aiming for my bachelor's degree in education. After my 2 years at Southeast, I plan to transfer to a university college for 2 years, then graduate with a bachelor's degree." So congratulations, Mariah. The next person is Craig Brock, Wesley Brooks, Haley Brown, Rhonda Christian, Stephen Collins. Taylor Conley sent me an email. Taylor is from Whitesburg, Kentucky in the radiology program, and Taylor plans to either travel with the degree that he earns or stay in Eastern Kentucky and work as an X-ray technician and potentially continue my education in ultrasound. Now, I paused because as online teachers know, Taylor can be a young man or a young woman. And I have not, this is a disadvantage of online classes, I have not met Taylor face to face. So I said he, but I'm not sure on that, so forgive me if I misstated. The next is Mackenzie Cornett. And Mackenzie works in Harlan, and she didn't get off work tonight, but she did say to tell you that she lives in Cumberland. And I've had Mackenzie in class, and the best of my memory, I believe she wants to major in biology and maybe do some biology research. So congratulations, Mackenzie. Jamie Daniels. Rhonda Dean, Miranda Dixon. Miranda sent me an email and said, "My name is Miranda Dixon. I live in Harrogate, Tennessee. My current focus is pursuing my degree in forestry. As long as I can remember, I've always had a passion for conservation and wanted to be a part of and make a positive impact on environmental protection and awareness. Following Southeast, I will be transferring to UT, where I will work towards a PhD in natural sciences. My dream is to relocate and eventually work somewhere near the Oregon or Washington State area." Jasmine Fields. Jasmine's here tonight.
Hello, my name is Jasmine Fields, and I live in Lynch, Kentucky, and I'm studying for Associate's Arts and Science. And after graduation, I plan to go to four-year college for my bachelor's.
I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Racia Green, or Racia. Do any of you know Miss Green? Okay. Kirsten Gross, Aaron Hall, Destiny Hatmaker, Christopher Hobbs, Madeline Jones is with us tonight. And I want to brag on all these young people. I didn't know them. And I just put them to work, and Madeline, she was the one that organized these papers for me, and they all helped tonight, and that shows their leadership skills.
My name is Madeline Jones. I'm a freshman at Southeast, studying to earn my associate's degree. After earning my associate's, I hope to transfer to the University of the Cumberlands and study elementary education. And after that, I hope to get my master's, hopefully doctorate degree in English, and maybe someday become an English professor.
Teresa Jones. Yes, sign. Yeah, there you go. Macy King, she emailed me. Macy is from Everett, Kentucky, and her major is Associate in Science. After graduation, she plans to move on to get her degree in nursing at LMU. Latasha Lambert. Donnie, I'm sorry, I skipped Sydney. I'm so sorry. I can't see with my glasses. Can't see without them.
My name is Sydney Lane, and I live here in Cumberland, Kentucky. After graduating in May with an associate in science, I plan to attend Eastern Kentucky University to pursue a degree in elementary education.
Kimberly Ledford, Donnie Middleton, Joshua Middleton, Terrell Miller, Zachary Mills sent me an email. Let's see. Well, he just said he couldn't make it tonight. But he is planning on watching us on Facebook. So I'm not sure where Zachary's from, but congratulations, Zachary. Macy Mink, Caitlin Moore, Lamisha Morgan, and she called today and told me that she wasn't for sure if she could make it or not. I think she may be in the nursing program, if I'm not mistaken. And they were doing a review at the same time of the induction for an exam, and I said, by all means, that's important. So Sheena Munsey, Shalora Neely, and we have Destiny Parton with us. Come on up, Destiny.
I'm Destiny Parton. I live in Benham, Kentucky, and I'm studying criminal justice and hopefully be able to go into the forestry after college.
Courtney Polk, Nancy Reynolds, She's with us tonight. Nancy's one of my students from last semester. And you're gonna love Nancy.
Good afternoon, you guys. It's such an honor to be here. This is a journey I started 30 years ago, and I never would have ever thought. Thank you, Ms. Mosley. It was through your generous scholarship that it helped me make it in ways I never thought I could. I appreciate the people that pushed me, and although I may graduate in May, I don't think that's the end. I think I want to continue, not really quite sure what, but it's definitely not the end. Thank you guys so much.
Evan Robbins.
I'm Evan. I live in Middlesboro and go to the Middlesboro campus. I am finishing up an associate's in arts and science, and after I graduate, I plan on going into the Air Force to continue my studies in aeronautics.
Angela Rose. She was a student of mine last semester. She's not with us, but she is from the, I believe, Middlesboro area, right, Nancy?
Yeah, she's from Middlesboro.
Yeah, she wanted to be here, but it was just, she just couldn't make it. Tracy Simpson. Logan Skidmore's with us tonight. I had him last semester. Come on up here, Logan.
Hi, I'm Logan Skidmore. I live here in Cumberland County. I'm studying right now to do my associates in arts and eventually hope to become a cinematographer.
Kendra Scroach, S-K-R-O-C-H. I think that's the way you say it. Tiffany Stanley. Kenneth Treese. I got excited because I remember Kenneth when he was in 5th grade at the science fair, many science fairs, and not only because he was there, but because he won. And I can remember his projects, they were awesome.
Hi, I'm Kenneth Treese, and I live in Pineville, Kentucky. Currently, I'm studying as a high school senior at Bell County High School. Also, right now, I have my associates in arts and my associates in science. So here in the fall, I plan to pursue my bachelor's in political science, and then ultimately, my goal is to attend law school and practice corporate law.
Jessica Turner. Jessica sent me an email. I live in Bledsoe, Kentucky. I will be graduating in May for Associate in Arts. I'm still undecided on what I will be doing. I'm either going to get into the respiratory program next fall or transfer to another university and pursue a bachelor's in education. And next is Joshua Turner, and he sent an email. My name's Joshua Turner. I live in Bledsoe, Kentucky. I will be graduating Southeast in May with an associate in science degree. In the fall, I plan on transferring to another university to get a Bachelor of Biology degree. David Van Winkle sent an email. He's from Pineville, Kentucky, and his major is Associate in Science. He plans on pursuing education at Eastern Kentucky University, and he plans on getting a bachelor's degree in business with a concentration in human resources. Thomas Vaughn, and then Stacelyn Womack. That is all of the inductees. So let's give them all a big hand. Congratulations for all your hard work. Dr. Aaron Razor is going to now, they can be seated, can't they? Okay.
You can be seated. We're going to do the induction of the new officers.
So good afternoon, and again, congratulations on this achievement. And it sounds like you all have bright futures ahead of you, and your journey's not going to end here. So, again, congratulations and good luck as you proceed or continue your careers. So, next is going to be the installing of the officers. So those three, I believe it's three that are going to be as the inducting officers. If you will please just stand, we're going to do this together. And if you'll just stand behind the table, and then we'll just, that's right, just line up. All right. So before you assume your obligations as officers of the chapter, you shall renew your pledge of membership in the Phi Theta Kappa. So you will repeat after me. Hopefully I'll be as kind as Peggy was. I do solemnly promise.
I do solemnly promise.
On the 15th day of March.
On the 15th day of March.
To uphold the standards of Phi Theta Kappa. And to keep this object.
And to keep this object.
And aim in mind.
And aim in mind.
And I do solemnly.
I do solemnly.
Pledge allegiance to my fellow members.
Pledge allegiance to my fellow members.
And promise to aid them.
And promise to aid them.
In all worthy endeavors.
In all worthy endeavors.
All right. So now, in unison, let's see, I believe that is in unison. Please repeat after me. I do solemnly.
I do solemnly.
Promise to uphold the standards.
Promise to uphold the standards.
Of Phi Theta Kappa.
Phi Theta Kappa.
And to maintain.
And to maintain.
By honest. And independent endeavor. The ideals of scholarship.
The ideals of scholarship.
For which this organization stands.
For which this organization stands.
Okay, so now you are charged with the responsibility of learning the duties of your office and executing those duties to the best of your ability. Now, repeat after me again. I do solemnly promise.
Do solemnly promise.
To fulfill to the best of my ability.
To fulfill the best of my ability.
My duties as an officer.
My duties as an officer.
Of the Sigma, thank you, chapter. Of Phi Theta Kappa. You are duly recognized as the executive officers of Xi Sigma chapter of Phi Theta Kappa. We pledge to support of the members of this chapter to you. Newly installed officers, please sign the chapter record book in the designated place for the officers.
Flip it over on the back. Put your office.
You saw me scurrying around. Each one of them had a medallion, and it's in a box, and I can't find the box, so I will give them their medallion after it's over with. I apologize. They are really nice too. So anyway, now I would like to introduce you to Tiffany Hampton. She is the president from 2019, and Tiffany was kind enough, she's actually a Southeast employee now, and she was kind enough to help me be an usher, and she offered to help me in any area I needed. I've had Tiffany in class, and she is a leader in every area. And so she is going to do the presentation of our new members and our new officers, and then I'm going to ask her to stay here because we have something else we want to talk about.
Good evening, everyone. It's with my great pleasure, as the 2019 president, I present to you the 2021-2022 new members and new officers of the Psi Sigma chapter of Phi Theta Kappa.
Stay right here. I'm going to make the closing remarks, and I'm just going to first. What Dan said about showing up. I'm so glad you said that, a part of leadership. And so I was thinking this weekend about that topic about showing up. And you all have already made it. You've got your grade point average shows that you know you have already grown up. And obviously you showed up to class and you have shown up here tonight, and that nothing for the others, it's not their fault, but you have shown up. That's a start. But leaders have to show up and show that they care. And in doing that, I remembered something about responsibility. Do you all remember President Truman saying the buck stops here? I got to doing a little bit of research, and I'm going to teach you something. This is my husband's knife. It was a birthday gift, and it's a Damascus knife. I don't know much about knives. I'm not a hunter or anything, but the handle is made of a buck, a deer, a buck horn. And so the history behind passing the buck came first off, the first mention of buck, and I was so impressed with how professional you all dressed tonight. That is in the early 1800s, when they would say buck up, it meant that you were going to dress up, be professional, and the purpose of bucking up then was if you felt professional, you would have confidence, and that you would, it brings an air of confidence, and it brings an air of respect. So I appreciate you all of you did well with that. So that was in the 1800s. And then in the 1900s, I don't know if anybody knows, I learned something when I looked this up. I don't know if any of you have ever played poker, but cowboys all had hunting knives. And so when they would play poker, they were always worried about people cheating. They would kill somebody over a poker game. And so they came up with a method of, when you play cards, you deal cards, but then you take turns and it goes to the next dealer, right? So what they would do is they had their hunting knife, and so the person that was the next dealer, they would pass the knife, and the knife with the buckhorn would be passed to the person who was responsible at that time to deal the cards. And you've heard that old saying, they're dealing the cards, right? All right, there's a responsibility to that. So they pass the buck and they deal the cards. Well, then President Truman took that and he said, the buck stops here. And that was because he was president and he had all responsibility. And so I got this, I knew David had this, and so I want Tiffany, Sydney, you come up. This is going to be our Xi Sigma chapter symbol that none of the other Phi Theta Kappas are going to do. But we're going to pass the buck of responsibility as president from Tiffany to Sydney. And so, pass the buck, Tiffany. All right, good job. Good job. Well, you can take it over there. I'll get it later. Tiffany's dad is our safety. I'm not Tiffany, but Sydney. Sydney's dad, Alan Lane, he's a retired state police trooper, and he's also our safety person. And I said, Sydney, tell your dad I'm bringing a weapon to school. But anyway, so I want to say this. You've grown up, you show up, you buck up, and you go up. All of you are going to go up in life, and you don't look back. Some of you may foul up, but don't stay in those mistakes. You keep going up, and you learn from those mistakes. Now, a few other things I need to do is thank the people that helped me. I have that list on the back of the program, but one person that was not on there was Dakota Saylor, and he was kind enough to do the videos, and I didn't know that he was going to do that until Saturday, and it was too late. The program had already been made, so thank you, Dakota, for all you're doing at Southeast with the videography. And then all the others I think I have mentioned. If I neglected anyone, thanks to everyone that made this possible. I thank you, parents. And there's one thing that I didn't get to share earlier, and this is to you, parents. Phi Theta Kappa, it costs $80 for them to join, and $80 is a lot. But as a parent, both of my children were Southeast students, and both of them received a transfer scholarship through Phi Theta Kappa. And it really helped our family a lot, for me personally. And I cannot say that $80 was nothing. Each child, both of my children transferred to UK. They got $3,000 a year, $1,500 a semester for 2 years. Well, that was $12,000 to me that I saved. So $80 was nothing for me to pay for those 2 kids. And so that, now I want to tell you, each university has a different Phi Theta Kappa scholarship. Some of them are not, some of them will be $25,000, but you look into it and their tuition is unbelievable. You know, it's way more. So you have to go to the transferring institution. LMU, they give a Phi Theta Kappa scholarship. And each one has different rules. They may have to write an essay. They have to tell what they've done. And service is, things that we do for service is very important as part of their application. But it's very worthwhile. And I wanted to mention that to you because it is worthwhile. UK, I was at a Phi Theta Kappa Kentucky regional meeting last week, and they said that they only give 10 Phi Theta Kappa scholarships in the state of Kentucky a year. When I heard that, and I thought, both of my kids, what a blessing God has given me that both of my kids got a scholarship, you know, that only 10 got in that time period for 1 year. I was just amazed. So Southeast students, and as a parent, I'm telling you, I'm a teacher, but I sent both of my children here to Southeast because I had confidence in Southeast education that they could make it at the next level. And myself, I was a Southeast student, and so are my children. I know that it works. What it takes is hard work and dedication, and I won't repeat that again. One more thing. When I was, the Phi Theta Kappa theme this year is mental health. And last week at UK, the whole theme was suicide prevention and mental health. And when I was there was a student that I got acquainted with entering the campus. She was a nursing student at BCTC. And we walked the campus, and she seemed like she had it all together. She said, I'm a nursing student. I'm working at the Veterans Hospital, and I'm a mother. I have children. She just seemed like she had, and she was a Phi Theta Kappa student, so you know she made good grades. So we go into this suicide prevention meeting, and that student sits behind me because we got acquainted and became kind of friends just in a little bit of time. And in that meeting, the keynote speaker spoke about hope. And then at the end, she said, do you have any questions? And that student behind me, whom I thought, and we were supposed to have a masquerade ball, and I brought these. We've had to wear masks for 2 years, and we've hid behind these masks, and we've become invisible. And sometimes we hurt, and nobody knows that we hurt. But this was her question. She said, how can I, as a Phi Theta Kappa student and as a leader, give hope when I don't have hope? And I about lost it in my heart because I had no idea. She had hidden behind that mask of everything's okay. And so I want to challenge you all that it's time that we lay these masks down. That's why I write, even though we're not having the masquerade dance, it's time to lay these masks down and not be invisible. If you have a problem, there's people out there, we've got all kinds of programs that TAO that they're doing for mental health, but none of us, we're all humans, and none of us have it all together. But don't hide behind that mask and make people think it's okay. But be real, be true, and true to yourself and true to others, because you can't, when you're true to yourself and you've got hope, then that's when you give hope to others. And that's where I'll close. We have lots of food, and so Nancy, I would like for you to say the blessing over the food and a blessing over the students, if you don't care. I'll bring the microphone to you. I have great confidence in Miss Nancy.
I'd be glad to. First off, you guys are so young. I waited 30 years to get to where you guys are now. It's where I am now. Don't be me. Don't let any mistake that you make define your future, because if you do, it will. And you can't do that. You've got to keep on pushing on, one foot in front of the other. Every day is a brand new day, and it is full of God's grace. So with that, I would just like to just encourage each and every one of you, grab a hold of it with all you've got. Because we only get one chance in this big blue marble, and after that, then hit on to the next chapter, on to the final judgment. Make sure what you do in this life counts. And every time that you can, be of encouragement to somebody else. You never know when that smile, that nod, that friendly hello might change somebody's day, because theirs might not be going so great. As Miss Rhonda said, those masks we've hid for far too long. It's time to put it away. Be bold, stand out. So with that, let's bow our heads. Father God, we come before you, and we say thank you. We say thank you for bringing us as far as we came, and for the hope of a new tomorrow. We ask that you bless this food and give it all the nourishment that we need, Father, for a clear mind and a clear conscience and a clear heart. Lord God, we ask that you go before these students, each and every one of them, Lord. Guide their path, direct them in the way that they should go. We ask that you put a hedge of protection around them, Lord, that they may make the right decisions, they may encounter the right people, and they may follow the right true path. In Jesus' name, we give you all praise and all glory. Amen, amen.
Amen. You are dismissed. The food is over across the hall where the balloons are in the gallery. And we have gift bags for you all.
And also, don't forget about the Scott Blanton raffle tickets. We're going to let the officers, if you all will come and collect the money for that. Okay.